Ladies and gentlemen, hustlers and heavy hitters, welcome back to the Pimp Protocol, where power meets personality, and the truth gets served in a custom-tailored suit. And tonight, we're bringing in a man who has seen it all. From behind the shades and beyond the velvet ropes of politics, he's not just muscle in a suit, he's the myth, the legend, the man who has guarded my clumsy self to 2 terms and over 100 assassination attempts. Let's go ahead and give it up for the United States Secret Service Director, Chris Hansen.
Ooh, how we doing, Cornelius? It's
Hey,
great to
Chris.
see you.
Great to see you too, man. It's been a hot minute.
Here, let me
It
get up.
has been.
Let me get up on this sofa.
There you go. Now, while Chris over here gets comfortable, let's just make this clear that this ain't just a security detail, folks. Okay, this is a deep dive into the leadership and the life behind the Black Suburban. Okay, we're talking about what it really takes to protect the most powerful people on Earth. You know, the chaos behind the closed doors, and a few stories I probably shouldn't even be legally sharing. All right. So while Chris over here gets comfortable, let's just make it clear this is not just some random security detail, folks. Okay, this is a deep dive into the leadership and the life behind the Black Suburban. We're talking about what it really takes to protect the most powerful people on Earth, the chaos behind the closed doors, and a few stories that I probably should not even be legally talking about. So let's go ahead and buckle up, pour a little something smooth, and get ready because this one's lock loaded and straight out of the VIP file. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Chris, how has your day been, man? What's been your experience so far here in the studio?
Today, it's been a quite slow day for me. I've been off duty all day, but this is definitely the highlight of my day. I've just been relaxing. The studio here is beautiful. The tour is wonderful, and this room is definitely, something else you got going on here. It's definitely something to be proud of.
No, yeah, I think that's like the main attraction right now, which is this podcast room, which is honestly, it's probably the most important thing because this is what you guys as the audience see. And obviously our guests, but the environment matters a lot. And we put a lot of effort into this thing. We had to manually just do every single little thing down to the smallest detail, and it worked out in the end. I'm glad you're happy with it, Chris.
Oh, oh, plenty.
And I'm very surprised that you had an easy day today, man, because normally I see you on details every single day, bro. I mean, no breaks. Is this like, are you happy that you're
Oh,
getting an opportunity like this, or?
it's definitely busy. With the vice governor, governor, mayor of Blaine County, mayor of Los Angeles. You know, all kinds of stuff. Not only that, but we it there's never a dull moment in the state when it comes to criminals doing a little bit of criminal activity involving us.
You know, actually speaking on criminals and actually, I used to be friends with these people, and actually for my own safety, we're still friends. But what is your opinion on the Rusty Boys?
Ooh, that's that's
From
cool.
from you could correct me if I'm wrong, but from my understanding, they've been trying to play golf with you, and you've been ghosting them, Chris.
So the Rusty Boys for a long time have been antagonizing governors, vice governors, mayors. They threaten them, send them threatening letters, harass them, do all kinds of things, like that. So, my opinion of them is, I think they're risk to be around my protectees, and they're definitely unpredictable.
I mean, have you ever gotten along with them at all? I mean, sometimes they can seem friendly. I mean, most of them are pretty friendly with me, except they might have a little stalking problem. But I mean,
Yeah, most of my encounters with them aren't hostile per se, um, but their attitudes are hostile. That's all. They've never they've never done anything to me personally or while I'm around.
do you
But
think that might be coming sometime?
the way they run their news network, it makes it seem that way. They're always calling out the vice governor and threatening him and anyone who is in agreement with him, and they threaten my department as well and tell us to give up the vice governor. So it's a little tense at times.
I got you. And look, Chris, I just want to say this real quick, okay? Because it kind of seems like it a little bit. You're off the job right now, man. You're off duty, and I understand that you're the director. You got to be professional, all that, okay? But you're here right now. on the Pimp Protocol, you're here to have fun, okay? I want you to be loose. I don't want you to be using none of those fancy words or trying to be all professional, you know? I mean,
What kind of
the reason
fancy
you're
word?
here, big
Okay,
words, okay?
I'll keep the word
But look,
small.
you're here because we want the people of San Andreas to get to know you, okay? Everybody knows you, but they don't really know you. You know what I mean? And that's what we're here for today. We want to get to know you as a person, as a friend, and just as a leader in the state of San Andreas. So I just want you to be loose, okay? Just be yourself. Don't be your professional self. Just be yourself, all right?
Okay, got you.
So tell the world about you, Chris. I want you to tell everything there is to know about you. So a Chris Handsome handbook. Come on.
Well, I like to keep my private life private, but I can, I do got a nice family life that I do get to enjoy every day when I go home. I'm grateful I get to go home to them every day. Um, I've been doing this a long time, about 11 years now. Secret Service here. Um,
In this state,
no,
11
no,
years,
just overall,
just
in
overall.
total around.
Mm.
Um, in this state, I've been here just coming up on 3.5 years. Um, Running the ship down here in San Andreas, and it's been a pleasure ever since. I've gotten to meet so many people over the 3.5 years, meet all the important people around the state, and everyone in between. So many citizens I know. I know so many people. It's a great state to live in. Honestly, I have never lived in a better state.
I mean, yeah. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's never, well, at least in the time that you've been here, there's never been a switch in like department head for the Secret Service at all. It's just been you and your second in command, Ryan.
Yeah. So in the early days, um, the state had no need for security on governors. Um, Rance Black used to drive around his pickup truck, Um,
Right.
but as time went on, the state's, crime rate went up, the violence got worse, the political system was starting to become at jeopardy to such things. So, um, it was ruled by, um, everyone in the courts and stuff that Secret Service come on down here in San Andreas and start protecting these people because they're at risk now. And it's been a crazy show ever since we've been here. It's, it's never a dull moment, that's for sure.
Yeah. How many governors has there been? Because I've lost count. I'm gonna be honest.
I'd have to check in my website there, but there
Oh
has
yeah,
been definitely, I've been through all of them, so it's hard to
yeah.
keep that exact number.
Hey, okay, hey, Chris, be honest. Be honest. Okay. Be on. Who was the most fun governor? Come on, come on. Be honest.
I
Be
I
honest,
like to keep
Chris.
those opinions,
I look. I know you
private.
got to be neutral.
I
I
gotta be
know. I know,
unbiased.
Chris. I know you got to be unbiased. I know you got to be neutral. But I mean, come on. You got to say at least something. You can't say anything.
I gotta say that there's two that are
Two that are equal. Okay.
equally fun.
do do those two have
Let me
happen
just
to
say you're one
both
of
be?
them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's all that matters.
I
I'm
knew
number
that's
one.
what you were getting at.
Well, I was gonna ask is one. Do those two governors happen to both be two-time?
Absolutely.
Right. So I think everybody knows who they're talking about. Obviously, I'm. What I'm saying. Look at these split your anyways. Um, but like, I'm glad you admitted to that. Okay, and let's be real here. Okay, how many times did you have to stop me from, almost getting myself killed in the most dumbest way
There's
possible?
no there's no way to accurately count that number.
Yeah,
Um
so that means a lot.
yeah, when I think of you, I think of you running around the streets in your underwear,
Oh,
grabbing people and jumping off cranes with parachutes.
I mean, but I mean, it was fun though.
It
I mean,
was
you gotta. I mean, it might have been. It might
definitely
have been.
the most
Made.
entertaining.
Yeah, it could have made your job harder. I would
You
admit that.
definitely
But
didn't help with my blood pressure and stress levels.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see. Actually, on a scale of 1 to 10, throughout my both of my terms, how hard do you think it was to protect me or any of my protectees at the moment? Because I don't know if you remember or not, but
It was
um,
pretty easy to protect you because you were
really,
friends with a lot of people. You were liked by a lot of people. It was harder to protect you from yourself than other people, if I'm being quite
okay.
honest.
What do you mean by that?
Just be flying along, in Marine One, and the governor decides, yeah, this is my stop, and he jumps out his parachute. That's you, a little risky at times.
It's okay though, and I don't know if you remember, but during my second term, I think it was the last like quarter. Um, I I did pick a new mayor. Uh, Spy Kids, the one and only.
Oh,
Ugug.
one of the most classic mayors to ever serve in this state.
Yeah, what did you think about him?
I thought it was a t- was he was appointed?
Yeah, he was appointed.
I thought, what a missed opportunity for an election.
What?
It's
You don't like him?
not that I don't like him, it's just, we're talking about that, come on, I
I
didn't vote
mean,
for the guy.
he almost went against me, right? On
There was this
During
one
the
time
second
I got a
time
call
running.
from the police, and they said they got the mayor here hanging off a bridge because
Okay.
he crashed his car. And it was just Ugug hanging off our bridge, screaming.
Oh my god.
And yeah, so that's my memories of him. That sums it up.
You have a really good impression of him. Can you do that again?
Come on.
Come on, come on,
Spike it. I
bro.
want to
Oh
join
my god.
Secret Service.
You know, Ugug and the Rusty Boys would have gotten along very well.
Oh, he could have been a commander there.
Really, I'm pretty sure all the Rusty Boys come like from the same family. Like they all look the exact same
Yeah, they
except
probably
their
all
hair
got the
color
same
and stuff.
mother.
Oh, really? Wait, what? How many of them are there, dude? That's crazy.
Some of their mothers are probably sisters.
Oh, that might explain a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, but um, you know, I just want to know more about you, just outside of the Secret Service, and if you weren't in the Secret Service, right? Like, if let's say that was never an option in this state, and you still stayed here, what would you be doing? Like, would you be trying to be an action star, or would you be part of a different department? What would you be trying to do?
Uh, if you want an honest answer, I wouldn't want to leave, and I'd be trying to stay in Secret Service.
No, I mean, but let's say Secret Service never existed, though. What would you be doing instead? You
I'd
could do
probably
anything
just be
else.
a police officer. It's
For real.
similar.
Damn, hold up. I gotta. There you go. I had to get more comfortable. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
But
You
yeah,
gotta bend
you
those knees a
police
little.
up. Yeah, but as you know what I'm saying. We used to shake it back then.
Oh yes, I got the
Oh yeah.
classic videos of you thugs shaking it all over.
You talk about me,
Hey,
I hear it.
if you say one more word, I'm gonna do the thug shake. All right.
He will
Do
do it.
it.
It's not a lie.
Oh, he thug shaking. He thug shaking.
Hey yo, you did
Oh,
it.
Hey.
oh, the boy.
For real. Yeah, I tried to put some of those on the TV, but unfortunately it didn't work. So, but yeah, I mean, I want you to take us a little bit into the back doors of what you guys do at the Secret Service. I know I just said didn't really want to talk about that. I want to get to know you, but I think a lot of people are also interested on your job, right? Especially you as director. So, what is one thing that you think the public never understands about your job?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that they think we can control our protectees. They think we can tell the mayors and governors whatever uh, we want. Um, when the truth of the matter is, we make heavy with the only time we can force one of our protectees like a governor to stop doing something or force him to move somewhere is when he's actively being attacked, right? So
Right.
a lot of times we'll be somewhere and a lot of people, whether it's civilians or law enforcement, will be like, "Why are you here? Why aren't you leaving? Get your protectee somewhere else safe." And again, when things are going on in the area, he's not actively being shot at and this and that. Our job is to make sure that our protectees can do what they need to do while keeping them safe. Our job isn't to rush them into a, bank vault every time someone sneezes, right? If with the amount of criminal activity and stuff that happens around this state, if every time something suspicious happened in an area we had to rush our protectee somewhere safe, then they'd never get to do their jobs, right?
Yeah.
So it's like we have to go with the flow. Sometimes they want to be somewhere where they might not be safe, and other people might be, trying to give that suggestion as well as us. But again, that's all we can do is give suggestions in most of those cases because they have to do their jobs,
No, yeah, I understand that. And I know they have a lot of freedom too. Like you said, you can't really tell them what to do. But is there anything, or it could be
For
more than one thing?
example, right?
Oh,
When
yeah.
the governor wants to climb a crane in his underwear, it's
Oh,
hard
oh,
for me to stop him, right?
I feel like you're talking about somebody very specific right now.
No, just an hypothetical.
Just a hypothetical. I never did that. Just for your information, I never did
Just for
that.
the record, right?
For the record, I never did that ever. But talking about that though, I know you said you can't really control your protectees, which makes sense, especially in this state. But is there anything in specific, or it could be more than one thing, that makes a protectee like just a nightmare client? This makes it really hard to protect them to the point
Yeah.
where
Going back
you
to
don't really.
Ugug, um, he would just, in the beginning, he would berate the agents,
What do you
and
mean?
well, he'd like flip them off, scream at them. Had to tone him down a bit, but eventually he got to the point where he didn't really want us around because he would smash our cars and kick them and beat them and run away.
Oh,
Yeah, so eventually he just started to go off on his own without us. So
well,
that's
let's be honest. Agug is a special case, though.
no, that's true.
He is a special case. What about somebody like, I don't know. Let's say Serrano right now, right? If what is something, just again hypothetical. He doesn't necessarily have to be doing this right now, right? But what is something that he could do to make your job a nightmare? Like just the worst.
It's
Somebody
hard
more
to answer
normal.
that question. Make my life a nightmare. My
Is it
life is
more of like
usually
a
a
situational
nightmare.
thing?
Yeah, my life is usually a nightmare when chaos is happening.
So it's more situational then, more than anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Like I'm okay with everything until 30 people are screaming in an area. Then I'm starting to my blood pressure's shaking.
Oh gosh. Um. Dang. Okay. I like how you're using Ugug for every single bad example.
It's a great one.
Like he was he was like all right,
Now
I mean,
again, sometimes you'll have a protectee that purposefully is going out of his way and being rude to people or sticking his nose where he shouldn't be. Different examples. Like, for one example, right, not even a bad thing. One of the mayors, Colin Perez, tried to get involved in taking down some big crime in the state, and it turned into him getting murdered um, by the same people he was trying to take down. So
oh yeah.
there's everything from 0 to 100, right? So that's just one example, That can make my job difficult too, right? When a protectee starts to poke their nose around in dangerous places, and then I have to beef things up.
More when protectees are getting into things that are kind of not really something they should be focusing on, I guess.
Yeah, getting a little too involved.
Right. Yeah. And because of something that a protectee has ever done, or just because of maybe the situation happened, maybe they're trying to get assassinated or something. I want you to tell me a time where you've ever had to go like off script on a security plan completely. And you had to
Every day.
improvise. Tell me the craziest situation that you've been in. Craziest, most fun situation.
It's hard to pinpoint one, but the craziest and most fun are definitely the ones where we get to leave state. The ones where we get to take our protectees to Cayo Perico, the Arctic, Takistan, DC even, like all of those. Those are the most incredible and fun experiences because you never really know what you're getting into, like when you go to another country. Those are always unpredictable and they require big planning, which I like. They're bigger details with more planning that go into them, and the unpredictability of everything there is it keeps you on your toes. And you get to see other places. There's a lot of things about that, but those are definitely the most fun.
Which one of those do you think was the craziest one? Maybe it's like one that like caught you really off guard that you didn't expect at all.
So it would have been the first time we took a protectee to Cayo Perico. It was Gordy Moss, the former governor. And it was all great until the end, and we were driving back to the airport, and an RPG flew right over the limo by like inches. And we got him back to the airport and got away, but just that rocket flying inches over it was just out of country getting attacked by a rocket, is scary.
Oh,
We
I don't know
have
if
the
you're.
same resources here, where all the police respond and this and that. It's not the same, so it's a little more scary.
All right, Chris. In your 11 years of doing Secret Service things in this state and also in the other states, what do you think has been the most defining moment of this career you've had?
Definitely the most defining moment is the day I came to this state. It was the day I got to expand this department in far more ways than I ever got to before because of the way in this state works, the dynamic here, right? Just all of the way everything works together in this state to flow. It's definitely been the most interesting ride of all of it so far.
What specifically did you have an opportunity to do in this state that you didn't have in the other?
So any other state, it was more or less just your typical average. Like nothing really happened. You did you went around with your protectee. They went to their places and you went home. Nothing ever happened. Granted, that's a great thing, right? That's what you want to happen. But coming here, it's nonstop action, right? It gives me something to thrive towards by creating my department in different unique ways to adapt to all those different dynamics and things in the state. I've got to open my department a lot and expand it and create things that I might not have otherwise created in other states because of all the things that happen in this wacky little state.
I agree. And I know you have different divisions within Secret Service, right? You have NTAC, you have CAT, you have UD. Did those exist before you came to this state, or are those something that you also got the chance to make as you got here?
So they existed in other states, right? But not to the same degree. So this state I really got to look at expanding all of those because of all the different opportunities in this state, right? Like all the dynamics. There's far more counterfeit currency crimes and threats against politicians in this state by tenfold than other states, right? And the amount of activity that goes on in this state with everything, it's allowed me to expand all those departments, expand my cat division to adapt to all the new kinds of threats that are constantly facing us here. You know, adapt my uniform division and NTAC to dealing with everything that's going on here that isn't really going on in other states.
All right. Okay. And be honest with me, Chris. Okay, I'm asking. This is a genuine question. Okay.
Be honest.
This is a genuine question for especially for all your agents. Okay.
Oh goodness.
What is the best division? Be honest.
They're all great.
No,
but the
no,
best
no, I don't want to
division
hear that.
Is DPD.
No.
Oh,
Besides
yeah.
DPD, I don't
No,
want
the
to hear
best
it, Chris.
division,
No,
DPD.
stop being
Of
unbiased. I
all
need
the
you to be
divisions,
biased for
that
this
is
one time.
that is the best division
Why?
because you're protecting.
I mean, you're protecting in all other divisions. Now.
Yeah, but you're protecting on in that. Right in there. You're right in there. If bullets are coming at your protectee, they're coming at you. That's DPD.
Okay, but besides DPD, come on. And Cat or you do.
No, they're all different. There's no best, right? They all do completely different things. It's easy to say a best when two people are fighting for the same thing, right? It's like who's better at it. But Cat is 100 times different and does 100 times different things than UD does, than NTAC does. That they're all insanely different. There's very few similarities between them, so it's hard to compare them like that.
Come on, but you gotta give me more than that.
Oh, come on. No, that's great. Come on. There is no favorite. It's like, how's a father supposed to pick a favorite child?
Whichever child is the richest.
No, I see.
I mean, that's just it's all right.
Did your dad love you?
That's
He'd
a good
love you
question.
now. He'd love you now. Look at this place.
That's a good question, man. That's a good question, man. You know what? Screw this. I think everybody's questioning this because, like you said earlier, you've been through every single governor, every single mayor, every single person who has ran for mayoral or
It's been so
gubernatorial
many.
position.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
can't even remember them all.
How do you maintain that neutrality in such
Maintain the what?
You-
Pardon?
your neutrality,
Mm.
without being biased, even though you've probably made friends with every single one of them? How do you maintain that? With everything you
I
do.
think you just answered your own question. The reason why it's easy and there's no issues and it just comes naturally is because I am friends with everyone. I'm not friends with someone. So
I mean, even the people you didn't really I guess become good friends with, you guys never came to a common understanding on anything.
it's again that's ugly. Again, because the way I do my job here, right? I have become close with every protectee. Anyone who's ever become a mayor or a governor, I let them know I'm personally here for you as the head. I'm personally here for you to fight for you, protect you, help you with your issues as well.
Dang, okay. And when I remember when I became governor, you helped a lot with that. I remember you even showed me documents of everything I could do and all
Yeah,
that stuff,
because
and it was very
sometimes governors step into the spot, right? And they've never been a governor before, right? And
yeah.
the
They go in
state-
blind.
They go in blind, and the state doesn't just have a here's your, this is you as governor. No, it's there's things for you scattered across everywhere. You got to figure out how you can change laws, how you can do this, what are your powers, how much power do you have over this, over that, over this, when this is happening. There's millions of examples, right? And it's like you're navigating like a newborn baby, right? You have to learn everything. So I try my best to be there and use my 3.5 years of experience here to give them as much information as I can to help them.
Yeah, and even then, I mean, I was governor for 2 terms, which was a very long time. Um, and even by the end of my second term, there was things that I learned that I could do that I was never told that I can do, or that I was always told I couldn't do. You know.
Exactly.
And let me just make this clear for all of the people watching right now. This is in defense of every protectee that's been in line ever. It is a lot harder to get things done than it looks. If I mean, if you guys are trying to get a law, if a protectee is trying to get a law in place, like a governor or something, it is very hard, especially if they're trying to get in like maybe a theme park that the people of San Andreas want. Right? It is the hardest thing ever. It is never guaranteed. I tried very hard to do it, and a lot of your protectees are probably trying hard to do that now. And you guys need to be a little bit understanding. It's very hard to get things in the state, um, especially as a protectee. It might seem easy, but it's not. Um, However, we are going to move on to a little segment that I wanted to do with you, Chris, called the Hustlers Drill. Okay.
The hustler's
Uh,
drill.
Yep. This is basically going to be a Q&A, Q&A blitz. I'm going to ask you a couple, like, just really random questions, and you just have to answer them.
I'm ready.
It could be anything from, like, I don't know, your favorite combat boot brand, or like, I don't know, the last time you cried at a movie, or
So if you ask me what
anything
my
like that.
favorite food is, and I say the last time I cried at a movie,
What?
I'm just kidding.
What? Okay. This will last a minute. No, this will last 30 seconds. Okay.
All right, lightning round.
All right. Ready? Are we? Do we have the timer set back there, Tony?
You're good.
Tony, we good? We're
You're
good.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, Chris. Do you dye your hair?
No,
What's your favorite color?
black.
Black. How often do you need to use the restroom on a detail? Be honest.
At the end.
Really? You don't ever just like sneak a poop in suburban or anything?
There's no need for me to sneak no poops.
Oh, so you just do it out in public?
Ate lots of fiber.
Right. Okay. Pineapple on pizza or sardines on pizza?
Neither. Disgusting. Barf.
You gotta
Right,
pick
it's
one.
up.
You gotta
That
pick
was
one.
a quick 30 seconds.
Oh.
We might want to do another 30.
Pineapple.
We're doing another 30.
All
Pineapple.
right, it's starting now.
What's your favorite car to drive on duty?
Repeat that.
What's your favorite car to drive on duty?
Ooh, the limo.
Limo. What is the craziest thing you've done while driving, just for fun?
There's a video of me and you hitting a jump really fast.
Oh, I remember that. Okay. What is the least / most corrupt thing you've ever done?
Probably hit that jump with you very dangerously.
What is
Time's up.
who's your? Are you kidding me right now? Okay.
Well, then
time's
just
up.
say.
Nope, there you go. Time's up. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it.
Whew.
Well, Chris, before we end this off, I just want to say I appreciate you for coming. And you're an amazing friend.
Cornelius, it's always a pleasure to see you. Seeing you brings me back to those old times. That nostalgia just rushes back. I'm just like, yes.
Even after everything I allegedly did.
It still brings back good memories.
Okay, I appreciate it, man. Well, I just wanted to thank you for coming here. You're an amazing friend. You are an amazing department head, and honestly, in my opinion, and I'm sure in the opinion of every single agent in your department, that department would not be able to function without you and your second in command, Ryan. You guys work very well together. You guys are different in a lot of ways, and it just makes a great combo. So yeah, thank you for protecting me for 2 terms and for protecting everybody else who you've protected. And thank you for
Honestly-
putting up with me.
Honestly, I appreciate that so much, but all these viewers here need to know too that you are an incredible human. You served this state for like what, a year straight, like every day, like serving these people, listening to their requests. And I gotta hand it to you. You did a lot of great things for these people too. So, they gotta hand it to you too. So,
I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of you guys were saying I was the most inactive governor. That is false. That
It's
is
false.
false. Chris, tell him. Come on, tell him. I was on every single day. I mean, come on. There was only like a week that I took of a break, but that's beside the point. Chris, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the people of San Andreas before we end this off?
Oh, the people of San Andreas, I know a lot of you here. A lot of you are good friends of mine, ranging from best friends, close friends, to acquaintances. Regardless, I love you all, and I hope you all stay safe. And, subscribe to the Higglebottom Hustle Network.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And you know what? One last thing, Chris. Do you have a last message for the Rusty Boy Foundation? Who wants to play golf with you?
If we were able to drop a little contract with some terms I had, we might be able to get something settled.
Really? Okay, there you go, Rusty Boys. As a matter of fact, those chickens to your left are dedicated to them. So
What is? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, I don't think you noticed them.
No,
Yeah.
I noticed them. These and the man in the middle. These are my
Oh,
favorite.
no, that's one of my good friends. Don't worry about it. Anyway, and you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on another certified gold stamped episode of the Pimp Protocol. Once again, big love to Director Chris Handsome, a real one, and a protector, and a man with stories deeper than the vault at his bank. Um, I think we all had a good laugh. I think we all learned a lot about what it takes to be in his position. We peeled back a lot of layers on one of the most mysterious power players in the game over here. And because that's just what we do here. There's no fluff, there's no filters. It's just real talk, raw stories, and a heavy dose of hustle here. And if you like this episode, make sure that you drop a comment and tell us who you want to see next in the hot seat. It could be politicians, power breakers, street legends. We want it all, people. And that is it. Till next time, make sure you keep your shoes shined, your suit sharp, in protocol. Oh gosh, I stuttered. I'm dying. I'm dying. All right, end it. I'm
He's
done.
dying.
I'm
He's
done.
done.
I'm done.
You're done. You're cut
I'm
off.
done. I'm done.
That's a wrap.
All right, but anyways, you're tuned into the Bottom Hustle Network and the Pimp Protocol, where every conversation is laced with class, chaos, and a little bit of controversy. All righty, people, that is it. On to the bloopers. Bye-bye. Jingle bells. Johnson smiles. Jingle bells, Johnson smiles.
Don't jingle my bells.
You're gonna count down almost. It's gonna be followed by like 5 seconds of silence.
All right,
just for
what's
the
up,
intro
everybody, and
purposes.
welcome back to the Chris Handsome Show.
No, hold on. Keep doing that. This is gonna be the bloopers. He's the myth, the legend, the man who's been guarded. Ain't no way.
Oh my. All right, start it over.
Ain't no way. I'm gonna crash out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on. Run that back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You ready?
What's up, heavy hitter lords and protocols?
There you go. What?
You have a script?
Put down the intro. And now I can't do it. Okay, there you go. All right,
All
ready?
right, 5, 4,
Okay.
3.
Chris, oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we're good. We're good.
5, 4, 3.
Jimmy's mom. Okay, just kidding. I'll stop.
5, 4, 3. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, hustlers and heavy hitters, welcome back to the Pimp Protocol, where power meets personality. And
My God.
Chris, I
You
can't.
ready?
I
Are
can't
you
do
ready?
this right now. Okay, hold on.
Get yourself
Gotta
composed.
give me 5 seconds here. Okay. But yeah.
What
I
are
think that was
you?
good. I think that was pretty good actually. I was
Oh!
prepared this time. Though.
Oh.
Damn, look at. Oh, damn, yo.
I'm crashing out. Ugh.
My weapon wheel won't show up.
My weapon isn't coming up.
I'm
It
sorry,
was mine.
Christy. I'm sorry. It had to be this way. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Hey, he's out of the closet.
Oh!
Oh my god. Oh. No.
Oh no!
Chris is bald for me now. Oh my gosh.